And in New Delhi, second phase of the budget session of Indian Parliament resumes on Monday with several key bills to be taken up. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will introduce the bill related to the financial proposals of the central government for the financial year 2025-26. Apart from this, grant demands related to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs will be taken up. Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri will propose the amendments made by the Lok Sabha in the Oil Field Regulation and Development Amendment Bill 2024. And DD India's Anil Thomas joins us from the Parliament House in New Delhi. Anil, if you could explain to us in detail what's the main agenda for today in the Lok Sabha.
Well, good morning, Tanvi. It's going to be an action-packed day. Remember, this particular session of budget or the budget session of Parliament has been divided into two halves. We are into the second half and we are in the penultimate week of the second half of the budget session of Parliament. After, the demand for grants has been passed in Lok Sabha, today the government will try and get the finance bill passed in Lok Sabha. And that's going to be business where the government is going to try and push the clearing of the finance bill at the earliest, with some discussions, deliberations that can take place if there are no disruptions by the opposition. But all in all, that's the most important thing, because there are still many important bills that are lined up in this particular session of Parliament that needs to be presented, that needs to be tabled. So the government would go all out in first making, getting the finance bill cleared, and then look at other important bills that need to be presented in the Parliament, because this particular budget session of Parliament, there were many bills that the government proposed, that the government planned, that have still not hit or that has still not been tabled. So the government going all out in trying to make, first of all, this particular budget session where the demand of grants on Friday managed to get clearance, looking at the finance bill today, maybe a day or two, and then if the entire week is gone on that, they will be looking at the remainder of the last week of the budget session where they're looking at important bills to be tabled in the House.
Okay, how much of an action is going to be expected in the Rajya Sabha, particularly on that Judge Cash Hall case?
Well, many adjournment motions under Rule 267 have been moved. The chairman of the House has called both the leaders, the leader of the Treasury bench, JP Nadda, as well as the leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge, for a meeting to get a sense of what exactly needs to be done and how the House needs to proceed. There are two important deliberations that need to take place. One on the Oil Fields Amendment Bill and the other is on the Banking Amendment Bill, the two bills that need to be discussed and deliberated in the Rajya Sabha. But I think the judge, High Court Judge Cash Rao is something that's going to take precedence, and that's going to be at least simmering outside the Parliament before the Parliament begins today. And the chairman of the House clearly indicating getting both the leaders to come for a brief or a meeting before the House convenes is indicative of the government trying to do its best to make sense of the evolving situation. And looking at the fluidity of the situation, one cannot understand where this particular issue is headed. But then the chairman taking all giving all steps covered, seeing to it that some kind of sense can be made of the developments that have taken place to date.
Okay, thank you very much, Anil. Anil Thomas reporting from the Parliament House in New Delhi.